Okay, I did want to go back and work number 2, just because I want to make sure that you have a little bit of exposure to doing ones where you're not given the table. So number 2 says you have this equation here, and it asks you to do a midpoint Riemann sum with 4 subintervals. Now, what that means is that you need to divide the length into 4 equal parts. So the way that you can find the width is you'll take whatever your endpoints are and then divide by how many parts you want. That's supposed to be an n. Okay, so this is the number of intervals. Okay, and then this would be your interval from A to B. So for example here, I want to know how wide each of my delta x terms need to be. Well, then I would say, okay, I'm going from 0 to 8. So that'd be 8 minus 0 divided by, and then I want n equal parts, 4. Well, 8 minus 0 is 8, divided by 4, 2. So each of my things need to have a space of 2 in between. So let's draw right here. So I'm going to start at 0, and I'm going to go up by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. And then to make this really easy, you have options here. You could either plug in each of these one at a time, or you could be lazy and use your calculator, which is what I'm going to do. So go into y equals, type in your formula. We want 2x squared plus 3, and we only want even values. So at 0 I'm at 3, 2 I'm at 11, 4 I'm at 35, and 6 I'm at 75. At 8 I'm at 131. And I'm basically just constructing my own table, but you need to know what numbers to plug in. Okay, so a midpoint Riemann sum means that I'm going to have to skip one. Oh, crap. If I'm going to have to skip one, I'm going to have to pick all of these numbers in the middle. Because think about it. If I'm going from 0 to 2, what's my midpoint? 1. So let me go back and I'll do all my midpoints in purple. So at 1, my number was 5. At 3, I got 21. At 5, I got 53. And then at 7, I got 101. So for my first rectangle, I'm going to go from 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8. And then I'm going to choose the midpoint on each of those subintervals. So this is like what we did on Tuesday. So my integral is approximated by my width is 2 every single time, and then I'm only adding the midpoints, which would be 5, 21, 53, and 101. Okay, part B asks us to do a trapezoidal sum. Now notice for the trapezoidal sum, I don't care about these midpoints. For the trapezoidal sum, I'm only worried about these are each of my bases, and then I have the same delta x every time. You can see your delta x is going up by 2. So my integral from 0 to 8 of my function 2x squared plus 3 dx can be approximated by, and then I'm going to pull the 1/2 out to the front, the 2 out to the front because that's my delta x. And then remember for your shortcut, you count the first one and the last one only once. Everything in the middle gets doubled. So you'd have 3 plus 2 11s plus 2 35s plus 2 75s plus only 1 131. Next question says, is your trapezoidal sum an underestimate or an overestimate? Well, remember, the only way that you know that for a trapezoid is based on concavity. Okay, so lucky for us, if y is 2x squared plus 3, hopefully you know what concavity that is, but pretend you didn't, then y prime would be 4x, and y double prime would be 4, which is greater than 0. What does that tell me about my concavity? That it's concave up. So if I draw a little concave up graph, and then I pick 2 points, and I draw a trapezoid into that, you can see that my actual area is only under the curve, what I'm doing in yellow, but my trapezoid, my purple, is going way above that. So it would be an overestimate. because your graph is concave up. So your trapezoids would hit above. Okay, then part D, I'm going to teach you how to do the exact integral next week, so don't worry about that. Okay? All right, you should have enough information to do your homework. Remember, you do have a quiz tomorrow. Okay, and your quiz tomorrow is going to cover several things. It's going to cover antiderivatives. Okay, like where you have the plus C and then you have to go back and find it. Okay, all of that. Then it's also going to cover area integrals, where you're using your geometry formulas. And then it's also going to cover Riemann sums. Remember, there are 3 different types. You should know how to do all 3. So left, right, and midpoint. Now, since I'm just now teaching you trapezoidal rule, that will not be on your quiz tomorrow. Okay? Good luck. You can do it. See you on Friday.